going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're over here on the Japanese side of the game with our treasure map Robin playthrough. So we will be testing those teams that I did put together for you guys in the treasure map prep video. The teams that I will be using. I do apologize that that video was a little bit scuffed. I haven't been in the greatest headspace for the last couple, week and a bit, but look, your boy's getting better. Do not stress. Thank you for all the love and support from my main boys in the Discord and stuff like that. So I appreciate the hell out of you guys. But let's have some fun today. We are over here on stream as well, so we are gonna hop in now. Well, most of you guys actually don't know. I did hop into 2 more multis on part 2, and we did pick up Morley. The boys were summoning on the Germa Sanji banner over on Global, and I thought, hey, stuff it. I'm gonna jump in on the fun too. I'm gonna do 2 multis, but screw that Sanji banner. That Sanji banner is dookie. I am going to summon on the Japan treasure map banner. So for you Globarians that are watching this video, massive shout out to you guys, and for you Japan players that are watching, let yourself be known. We need more Japan players in the community over on the Discord, so make yourself be heard. If you guys are enjoying today's video, make sure to smash the like button. If you're new to the channel too, hit that big red subscribe button too. But for the you Globarians, this is the new structure of treasure map. This is what it looks like. If you guys didn't see my Onigashima Luffy playthrough, this is basically what the map looks like. I'm going to zoom out. The first map, if you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to land, or a 5, you actually land on the bird. So no matter what, you land on the bird, which is great. If you go through the middle, you're going to land on the movements as well, which is really, really nice. You can actually get around the map in, I think it's something like 4 rolls or something like that. So, you can actually get it through very, very quickly. I think if we actually get, a 6, we're going to be at the end. But it just depends on what you guys roll. And you can actually tear through the map very, very quickly. As you guys see here, we are up to the Nami invasion. And the team... Oh, okay. So if you click on this treasure map button, that's new. Very cool. Very nice. Nice little touch there, Japan. Okay. Cool. Cool. We're getting a tutorial here because, is this the first treasure map I played on this phone? Well, nevertheless, this is what the team actually looks like. We do have all the boosted units, obviously without Morley, though. I'm not going to include Morley because I do want to see how this team functions without him. But obviously, once time goes on, I will sort of slide the Morley onto the team. And that way, I can actually get my hands on a lot more points. But I did stuff up here, actually. If we could, you know what? What am I talking about? Koala's a higher point booster than Morley and, the Morley and the, what's it called, anyway. So, for some reason, I just realized the Robin needs to be below the stream, like this. Okay, bro, at least they changed the 5. Okay, so yeah, on the Onigashima Luffy, if you rolled a 5, you had to go around the outsides, but now you can actually go through the middle. Super nice. Shout out to my boy, bro, one of my alliance members. How you doing, homie? Alright, so on turn 1, you get a whole bunch of cooldowns. I can't exactly remember what the cooldowns are. I think it's Dex, Int, and Quick units, I think it is. Because, the Bowl Batch and whatnot. But you do get Despaired on stage 2 against Luffy, and you get the healing debuff. So, this is why I had Rayleigh on my Luffy. That way, I can actually just get around that. You do get a full board of unfavorable slots as well. We're just going to pop a Koala special here. Koala's really cool because she gives that overheal mechanic, which is super nice. And with that, we're just going to absolutely decimate Luffy. No issues whatsoever. Koala gives color affinity as well, which, stereotypically isn't good, but obviously when it works, it's really nice. Once Luffy dies, he does a huge HP cut. I think it's an 80% HP cut, so just be very mindful of that. So, yeah. On the final stage against Nami, we are going to get binded, as well as Nami putting up Threshold. So, using Carousel here is actually just a godsend. Carousel just gets around everything. He rotates the block orbs, he gets rid of the Threshold, he gets rid of the bind. But this Luffy here, this Luffy will also rotate your block orbs, and he'll get the Int Orb to break the barrier. So I think the Nami does a random effect, where she has a random barrier. I think that's what it meant in the description. We're going to use the Jinbei. Jinbei is great, because he's actually going to give us a full board of his orbs. Oh, I thought Koala would make those matching. Probably use the Jinbei special first. It's not going to matter, because we have color affinity. And then we've got a chain lock with, Boa, which is awesome, and a base stat boost to our free spirit characters, and then we can get color affinity with Koala. You can use her super typings here as well, and that way you can actually extend your max HP. She does a really cool shenanigans where she does stuff like this, and she actually boosts your max HP. She becomes really tanky, and it's actually a pretty cool mechanic. Look how much HP we just got there, so super, super nice. I just realized that there's an Int Orb barrier, but lucky for me, Boa has Barrier Pen. That was lucky. Obviously, use Jinbei first, and then use the Luffy special. With Carousel, you sort of just want to bring someone that can get around the threshold, and then you can use something like the free-to-play Brook with the Nami support, and that way you can get around the bind as well. So don't stress if you don't have Carousel. You really just need to replace him with someone that's like a threshold remover, and then just bring the Brook, and he's your attack booster as well, which is kind of cool. Or actually, the Luffy's a better attack booster, so yeah, look, you know. Adrian, are you going to grind back-to-back treasure maps? I always do, my friend. It's been a bit rough lately, but I don't have it on me. I do have it a second device for my global account, so don't stress. Your boy's on top of it. I sort of take treasure map pretty chill. I just do it for the limited rate materials. I don't worry about ranking since the new ranking system anyway, so don't stress. Alright, so that was the Nami invasion. Obviously, like I said, you want to make sure that you have the orb to break the barrier. Just be very careful of that. You can use Brook over the Boa. That way you are going to give yourself a attack. Oh, sorry, Luffy's attack boost. But you can use the Nami support. That way you can get around the binds. Or you could just replace the what's her name? You could replace the Boa with anyone that removes bind as well. So as you guys saw, we actually got through the map in like 4 rolls. Super, super nice. Absolutely super nice. Against Morley, I am using a Sanji team. Shout out to the Globarians that are summoning for this guy. I did see a lot of luck. Shout out to my boy Ty, 3D2. I actually pulled him on the discount summon. I did see my boy Shigur pull him on the first poster of his discounted multi. A lot of people got a lot of luck on this banner, but look, as a global player, I would highly recommend skipping that banner. Like, you do not need this Sanji. But nevertheless, he's really good in every treasure map. He's a 1.25 booster, and with the new structure, he actually always pops his special, and you're going to have that special ready to go. You do get 5 turns of cooldown on the very first turn as well for all your characters here. And the recommended character was actually the free-to-play Frankie. The reason Frankie's like the recommended character is because you need to remove defense up. With my particular team, however, I'm actually utilizing Lucci. Lucci's great because he completely removes defense up. What you can actually do on this particular team as well is literally just bring someone that does like a massive wave clear. Someone like Treasure Map Zoro, someone like Treasure Map Enel, that would work absolutely swimmingly. You can just pop their special and just be like, Bob's your uncle, catch you later, like GG, right? I might look at seeing if there is like a wave clearer to like just slap on this team. But with Lucci, he's just going to do a whole bunch of damage and he's just going to do like, see you later, Morley. Like, there's no issues whatsoever here. This team's very fighter-centric. It does have some free spirit in there with Yamato, but she's just there because she's a better point booster. But as you guys saw, Lucci's going to do the job, like, super nicely. The scaling's changed. It's not like you can't buggy that anymore, as far as I've been told. So just be mindful of that as well. Just go back to the original Straw Hats and then just bring, like, a friend. Sanji, I guess. Yamato, you probably want to use somewhere elsewhere if you don't have some of these other characters. But she works really, really well as a captain for this particular fight as well. Onto the Carousel stage. Onto Carousel, we are using 6-star Yamato because your boy did pull 2. So, we are using 6-star Yamato. But the big character you want to bring here is Kizuna Olin. The 5+ Olin is very, very good for this particular fight. She's actually a fairly decent captain as well, so you can easily run her as your captain. Shout out to my boy Snuffy. I think he's actually using her as a captain. Let me know in the comment section below how it's going, Snuff. I imagine you shouldn't have too many issues utilizing her as a captain. She's a very, very good unit. Very good unit. Hopefully you farmed her up during the co-op Kizuna. That did just finish like less than a month ago. We do get a bunch of cooldowns at the start of the fight. I'm pretty sure it was Int, Dex, and Sai, I think, get their cooldowns. But look, it really doesn't matter too much. You can actually use this X-Drake. This X-Drake gives cooldowns as well, which is really cool. And that way you can sort of just like make life a little bit easier for yourself. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to get page 1 ulti, especially if you are using page 1 ulti. I've just slapped them on this team because I had really nowhere else to put them. But once the scaling gets higher and higher, they will get better and better. With Yamato as well, Yamato's great because you can rotate the block orbs into Wano slots. But as you guys are about to see here, literally Big Mom, like, she covers everything. She actually rotates block orbs into Semler slots. And because Carousel makes literally every orb unfavorable, you do need to be mindful of that as well. But she also removes the damage reduction, the Olin. Like, she's ridiculously good for this particular stage. Like, there's not going to be any issues whatsoever. And we also get an orb boost thanks to Linlin as well, or Olin. This team, just by using Olin, you are going to be fine. If you don't have Olin, you didn't farm her up, probably bring a friend, to be honest, because she just makes life so much easier. So much easier. So, that was the Carousel stage. This treasure map is actually cruising. Honestly, we are just cruising through this. No issues whatsoever so far, which is really, really nice. But the issues tend to come with the ambush and the final stage whenever I'm doing my team building, you know. Alright, onto Sabo now. another side boss, I'm pretty sure. And for this particular fight, Shirahoshi and Perona are actually the boosted units. So if you have Shirahoshi, you are going to be in really, really good stead here. A lot of people would have skipped the Perona and Boa banner. So you really want to try and bring someone that can get around paralysis as well as burn. But like when it comes to burn, like I never worry about burn, to be honest. I'm just kind of like, as long as they don't have a revive mechanic, like screw the burn. Like don't even worry about it. Hey, we do get a bunch of rainbow orbs, and we do get our cooldowns for cerebrals, free spirits, and shooters, I think it is, something like that. So that actually works really, really nicely. I do have Croc on this particular team. Croc was like a recommended character on another team, but he literally just doesn't do anything. He actually removes the chain coefficient reduction on this particular team, but with Perona, you can actually just use a chain lock, so like, you are going to be hunky-dory anyway. On the final stage against Sabo, he gives us that paralysis, he gives us the burn, and he gives us bomb, block, or another type of orb. But it doesn't matter too much, because you just use Shirahoshi here, you remove that. If you don't have Shirahoshi, literally just bring anyone so that will like remove paralysis. That'll work absolutely fine. You can use the negative ability of Perona to get like a conditional boost. That way you're like a 5.2 times captain as well. Remember, Perona's actually has barrier pen too, so like you just like, who cares about the perfect barrier, right? Like it just doesn't not matter. If you have that Shirahoshi, you are going to be Gucci. Fill the rest of the team out with int units. Bring a friend Perona, and you will be absolutely fine. If you don't have the Shirahoshi, bring someone to remove paralysis, you'll be fine. Like, you'll be absolutely fine. It's not a hard fight. Not a hard fight at all. This treasure map actually has hunger tablets. So if we do see tablets, we really want to see those hunger tablets, if anything, right? Yeah, look, we used 24 stamina. So what, we got 4 runs, and we actually made it to the end. Pretty nice. Alright, on to the koala fight now. The recommended characters are the Bonnie as well as Boa. Now, if you guys have Bonnie, you need to make sure she's in the bottom row. Otherwise, she's going to get binded. If you bring a friend Boa, you are going to be hunky-dory. But there is something that I actually want to test with this particular team. I really want to test the capability of the special blind. If the despair triggers first, it's not going to work, but you should be able to use Vivi as your captain. Utilizing Vivi as your captain, you can actually just get around special blind, but if you get despaired first, it's not going to work. Another way to get around the blind and the despair is to actually use the Brook, the free-to-play Brook, and use the same strat that I mentioned in the ambush, where you use the Valentine's and Nami support, and that way you can actually get around the blind and the despair just by using Brook's special. And you will be sort of hunky-dory there. He's a free spirit too, so he works on a VV. But if you bring a friend Boa, you're going to get around all the nasty defects anyway. On the final stage, you get 6 turns of attack down. Or is it 5 turns of attack down? Is it 5 turns? I know you get Despair on your captains. You get Blinded on your middle row. You get attack down for 6 turns. And you get Special Blinded for 6 turns as well. Okay, so the Special Blind came at the end. So I don't know if VV will work. Just be mindful of that. But, like I said, you can either use Bonnie here. Bonnie's going to be an attack booster, which is great. Or you could actually use the special of Brook. Brook's going to be our orb booster now, but as you saw with Nami, it actually works quite nicely. And then literally just from, like, this point on, do we have a way of, like, making matching orbs? No, we don't. We have color affinity with, Helmeppo. But unfortunately for us, we don't have a way of making matching orbs. I guess you could, like, replace Kuma with literally anyone that makes matching orbs. If it starts getting harder, but, like, no issues, bruh. No issues. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on to the next fight now. This is going well. This team building is doing really, really well. So, the final fight is against Robin herself. Now, when you guys get Robin as well, you can slide her into, like, the Perona team. You can slide her onto the, what's it called team? The Olin team. Any team where, like, the int characters are boosted or the int characters are good, that's basically where I would bring her. So, ideally on this final fight, you want to bring a friend Koala if you can. The final fight in the ambush is where you want to bring your friend Koalas. Obviously, she's made for it, but she's the 2x booster. So, you are going to rack up a lot of points. Hopefully, if you guys did some summons, you guys got a lot of luck like myself. And like my boy Snuffy and some of my other Alliance members that did manage to pick her up fairly early. So, the earlier you can pick her up, the better. Because, like, treasure map summons, you don't want to be doing too many of those. On the first turn, we're just going to kill these turtles. See you later. And then on the second turn, I think we got ints. It was ints, quick, and Dex characters get their cooldown again. On stage 2, we come up against Sanji. Now, Sanji's going to, like, chain lock us. He's going to give us paralysis, and he's going to give us block orbs. Once again, this is where Carousel is just an absolute weapon. He literally gets around everything. If you need to, though, you can use this Luffy special to rotate the block orbs. And then bring, like, the Shurahoshi, I guess, to get around the paralysis, or another character to get around the paralysis. You could probably look at some support options as well. There's also that. But just be mindful, you just need to get around paralysis there. The chain lock is going to be a little bit annoying for most players. But I guess you could bring a friend Carousel as well, especially in the early stages. Like, that should not be an issue whatsoever. On the final stage, we come up against the girl Robin. Let's have a look at this beautiful special. They usually do Robin specials pretty well. I love the Moonfleur. Like, if anyone predicted this is the next treasure map character, let me know in the comment section below, because, like, there was no way in hell I was predicting a Moonfleur Robin. She puts up 5 turns of damage reduction, and she does chain coefficient reduction. Utilizing Jinbei here is really, really cool, because Jinbei's going to give us a full bot of orbs. He's going to lock them, and he does a conditional boost to get its defense down. The Stussy's great, because Stussy can remove the damage reduction, but if you have Morley, Morley's just perfect for this particular stage. We have color affinity with Koala, and then we have an attack boost with Oni Luffy. So it all just works really, really well. If you're running a friend Koala, like, you are going to be absolutely fine. And this team's not going to, like, it's not going to struggle at all. If you are missing the treasure map booster in terms of Carousel, you really just want to bring someone that can remove paralysis. Like, that's going to be the big thing. But I guess you could also put the Robin on the team and then use, like, the Bardo support, and then on Luffy use the Rayleigh support. That way you can actually get the 5 turns of paralysis. You are going to be in good stead there, but unfortunately you're going to be stuck with that chain lock, and that may hinder sort of players moving forward. But that's going to wrap up the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and smash that like button for me if you're new to the channel. Hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. Stay beautiful, stay positive, and most importantly, stay happy. Catch you in the next one. Later!